Hyundai Motor Group has announced its complete withdrawal from the United States market by the end of 2026, a seismic event in the automotive world. This marks the end of a nearly 40-year journey, transforming Hyundai from a Korean upstart into an American manufacturing titan. The implications are staggering, touching everything from American manufacturing to global trade alliances. Hyundai's exit directly challenges the core of the America First economic agenda, raising questions about the sustainability of protectionist trade policies. For decades, the U.S. courted international automakers, but Hyundai's withdrawal signals that promise may no longer be enough. This is more than just the closure of factories. It's a moment of reckoning for American industrial policy. Tonight, we unpack the reasons behind this unprecedented move and explore what Hyundai's exit means for America's future. The stakes could not be higher.
To truly understand today's news, we need to look back at Hyundai's remarkable journey in the United States, a story of ambition, resilience, and transformation that spans decades. The Hyundai Excel made its US debut in 1986, quickly becoming a budget favorite for many Americans. Despite its affordable price, the Excel faced early criticism for quality issues, but it still managed to carve out a niche among value-conscious buyers, introducing the Hyundai name to millions. Determined to change public perception, Hyundai invested billions in research, engineering, and quality control. In 1999, the company launched an unprecedented 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, a bold move that transformed its reputation and signaled a new era of reliability and customer trust.
In 2005, Hyundai took a major step by opening its first U.S. manufacturing plant in Montgomery, Alabama, marking a significant milestone in its American journey. This facility created thousands of well-paying jobs, revitalizing the local economy and cementing Hyundai's role as a key player in American manufacturing. Over the years, Hyundai and its affiliate Kia invested more than $10 billion in U.S. operations, directly employing over 25,000 people and supporting tens of thousands more through suppliers and dealerships across the country. From bustling assembly lines in Alabama and Georgia to cutting-edge design studios in California, Hyundai became deeply woven into the fabric of American communities, contributing to innovation and local pride. Its journey from being the punchline of jokes to becoming a respected automotive powerhouse was nothing short of a realization of the American dream, a testament to perseverance and reinvention. Now, that dream has come to an abrupt and painful end, leaving workers, families, and entire communities facing an uncertain future. The company's deep integration into the U.S. economy means its exit will have a devastating ripple effect, impacting not just employees, but also local businesses and regional economies. Hyundai was never just a foreign brand. It had become a true American manufacturing story, woven into the nation's industrial identity and everyday life.
Hyundai's departure is especially tragic given its ambitious plans for the U.S. The $7.6 billion Meta plant in Georgia was set to anchor Hyundai's electric vehicle and battery manufacturing in North America, promising over 8,000 jobs. The state-of-the-art facility was designed to produce 300,000 EVs a year, including the Ioniq 5 and Kia EV6.
The project was a direct response to the Inflation Reduction Act, which incentivized domestic EV production. Hyundai fast-tracked construction, seeing it as a vote of confidence in the U.S. economy and climate goals. But shifting political priorities and policy uncertainty shattered this vision. The partially built Meta plant now stands as a monument to a broken promise. For local workers and communities, the halted project is a devastating blow.
On September 15, 2025, Hyundai's CEO announced a phased withdrawal from the U.S., citing an unpredictable operating environment. The breaking point was escalating trade tensions and the reimposition of steep tariffs under the second Trump administration, 25% on imported vehicles, 35% on parts. For Hyundai, reliant on a global supply chain, these tariffs were crippling.
The administration also signaled a rollback of EV incentives, creating extreme uncertainty for Hyundai's billion-dollar investments. Internal memos warned that the U.S. market had become a high-risk, low-reward liability. The board and Seoul voted unanimously to cut losses and withdraw. The American dream had become an American nightmare.
At the heart of Hyundai's exit from the US market is President Trump's aggressive trade policy. which has revived the America First doctrine with a new and unprecedented intensity. The administration's approach was not just a return to old rhetoric, but a bold escalation that sent shockwaves through the global business community. The administration specifically targeted the auto sector, demanding that foreign companies onshore their entire supply chains or face severe penalties and tariffs. This marked a dramatic shift from previous trade policies, putting immense pressure on international automakers. But the modern auto industry is deeply global, with essential components sourced from dozens of countries. No single nation, not even the US, can easily replicate this complex web of suppliers and manufacturers. The sudden imposition of a 35% tariff on imported parts made Hyundai's US operations instantly unprofitable, forcing the company to reconsider its entire American strategy almost overnight.
President Trump, however, remained defiant in the face of criticism, insisting that America would build its own cars and reclaim its manufacturing dominance, regardless of the consequences. But economists and industry experts warned that this approach risked alienating key investors and long-standing allies, potentially isolating the US from the global economy. Critics argue the administration's tactics backfired, turning a major investor like Hyundai into a cautionary tale for other foreign companies considering US expansion. The result was devastating. Tens of thousands of American jobs lost, communities disrupted, and families left uncertain about their future. The assumption that foreign companies would simply absorb any punitive measures proved false, as many began to reconsider their investments in the US. Hyundai's decision to withdraw shows there's a clear limit to how much economic pressure global corporations are willing to endure before pulling out. The fallout has been intense, exposing deep flaws in the administration's strategy and raising questions about the long-term impact on American industry. Instead of creating more American jobs, the policy led to massive losses, shuttered factories, and a sense of uncertainty across the manufacturing sector. The chilling effect on foreign investment is now clear, as companies worldwide hesitate to commit to the US market, wary of unpredictable policy shifts and economic risks.
The economic consequences are immediate and devastating. The closure of Hyundai's Alabama plant and the halted Georgia Meta plant will directly cost over 12,000 manufacturing jobs. For every assembly line job lost, up to 10 more disappear in the surrounding economy. Suppliers, logistics, local businesses. The total job loss could exceed 100,000 across the Southeast.
Local governments face a catastrophic drop in tax revenue, threatening schools and public services. The collapse of Hyundai's supply chain will ripple through other automakers, risking further bankruptcies. The message to the world: the US may no longer be a safe place for long-term foreign investment. Other international companies are now reevaluating their American operations. The investment chill could have long-lasting consequences, weakening the US economy.
For thousands of American workers, Hyundai's exit is a personal catastrophe. Robert, a 15-year veteran at the Montgomery plant, says, "This job was my life. Now, I don't know what I'm going to do." In Georgia, families who moved for promised jobs at the Meta plant feel abandoned. Maria, an engineer, says, "We bet everything on this. And for what, a political game?"
Local businesses, like Sharon's Diner near the plant, face closure as their customer base vanishes. The impact extends far beyond factory gates. Truck drivers, suppliers, office staff, all affected. Communities built around Hyundai now face an uncertain future. These voices reveal the real-world consequences of high-level policy decisions. For them, this isn't about trade deficits. It's about mortgage payments and grocery bills. They are the casualties of a trade war they didn't start, left to navigate the wreckage of broken promises.
The auto industry's reaction is one of shock and deep concern. Workers on the factory floor and executives in boardrooms alike are left reeling, trying to process the sudden shift in the landscape. The Alliance for Automotive Innovation called Hyundai's exit a stark warning about the urgent need for stable, competitive policy in the United States. They emphasized that uncertainty and abrupt changes can drive even the most committed players out of the market. Dr. Michelle Krebs, a respected industry analyst, put it bluntly, "This is a watershed moment for the entire sector. It's a turning point that will be studied for years." Hyundai's exit sends a powerful message to global automakers. The political risks in the US can now outweigh the potential rewards, making future investments far less certain. No one in the industry wants to be the next Hyundai. The fear of following in their footsteps is palpable, and companies are reassessing their strategies.
Hyundai was a leader in US EV sales, second only to Tesla, and played a crucial role in making electric vehicles accessible to more Americans. Its departure leaves a massive void, especially in affordable EVs, and significantly slows America's transition to cleaner transportation. Consumers now face fewer choices and higher prices. Internationally, US allies express deep regret, seeing Hyundai as a symbol of strong economic ties and cooperation between nations. The loss is felt on both sides of the Pacific. European leaders voice concerns about a new wave of American protectionism, fearing it could trigger retaliatory measures and disrupt global trade. Hyundai's exit is seen as a major geopolitical event, a self-inflicted wound that weakens America's global standing and influence in the international marketplace. The world is watching closely, and the message is clear. America's economic choices have far-reaching global consequences that cannot be ignored.
Hyundai's exit is a moment of national reckoning. It forces us to ask, are we building bridges or walls? Do we embrace global competition or retreat into isolationism? The immediate challenge is supporting over 100,000 workers and families facing economic devastation. But the larger challenge is rebuilding trust with global partners, investors, and American workers.
Is driving away a company that invested billions and created thousands of jobs truly putting America first? The debate over trade policy must focus on real-world impact, not slogans. Hyundai's journey, from upstart to powerhouse to exit, should serve as a crucial lesson. It's up to all of us to decide where we go from here.